Hey, Blue Table fans. All right, we're on to part 2 of our Harlequin Troupe Versus series. And by the way, there's going to be, next one up is Imperial Guardsmen. And to make the point cost roughly equal, you've got to have about 30 guardsmen. Awesome. That'll be fun. We're going to find out how that goes. So here we have our troop, a troop leader, no special equipment on him. They all have, this time, we're going to run, should we run Harlequin's Quick Kiss or Harlequin's Embrace? Let's just stick with the Caress, which is the higher pointed one. The unit comes in right around 220. And and then of course Neuro Disruptors. So let's give it a go. So let's do Harlequin's Charging first. Here we have a Hive Tyrant with wings and 2 twin-linked Devourers with Brain Leech Worms. Great combination. In fact, you know what? Let's take a closer look at this model. Because first off, the Tyrannid army that this is 2, which is like 4,000 or 5,000 points, is for sale. And these wings are available at bluetablestore.com. They're useful for a variety of different types of games. Yeah, they're these insect wings. There's 4 sizes. This is the largest and second largest of the 2. And I think they look better than anything I've ever seen. I love them. All right, so let's get going on this bad boy. Let's give Harlequins advantage. And with a Venom, it's very realistic to get these guys into the charge. I believe that they can even outrange winged stuff. So anyway, let's open with the Neuro Disruptors. 4 ups to hit. Excuse me, 3 ups to hit. Why do I keep doing that? 2 ups to wound. AP 2. So there's 4 wounds, so that kills the Hive Tyrant unless he can make some cover saves. Well, and in fact, there really would be no cover saves here, but for the sake of argument, let's just keep going. That would be no saves, so they basically would have just shot the heck out of him right there. All right, round 2. Neuro Disruptors. That's 5 hits. 4 wounds. And 1 save. So the Tyrant would be down 3 wounds. All right, let's go ahead and do Hive Tyrant. Let's see. Yep, 12 dice. Perfect. So let's do volley number 1. Or excuse me, let's do both volleys at the same time. 6 shots each, not 12 shots. Okay, looking for 6s with rerolls. There's 2. Reroll the 10. So this is Overwatch, guys. And come on, 6. Nope, nothing. Okay, so 2. To wound, 2 up, 2 wounds. 5 up saves, nothing. So 2 die. Now let's charge in. Okay. Oh, that would actually be a failed charge. All right, let's assume that the charge makes it. There you go, 11. I re-rolled because of fleet. So here they come. 4 guys. Okay, this is with Harlequin's Caress. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. The troop leader has 3 attacks base, so he gets 5. So this is, for those of you that missed part 1, 2 attacks base, plus 1 for extra weapon, plus 1 for charging. And we never did Demon Prince on the charge. So, but we are going to do Hive Tyrant on the charge. So here it comes. 6s are Strength 6, AP 2. So 2 wounds would basically kill the Hive Tyrant, straight up. Oh, and in fact, you know, I did this wrong. Here, let's start over. The Troop Master's initiative 7. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, they would have initiative. The Hive Tyrant, where's my book? Come on now. Hold on, I've got to check my initiatives. I thought the Hive Tyrant tied for initiative with the regular troop members. Where is he? Initiative 5. And a Harlequin troop is initiative 6 and 7. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Yep, so Hive Tyrant doesn't do so great against the Harlequins. Let's do one more round just to see what happens. Let's see if the Hive Tyrant can get one round in on these guys. Okay, declaring the charge. Overwatch, here it comes. Looking for 6s, twin linked. Whoa, look at that, there's 4. Twin linked. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Nothing. I forgot to do the Nero disruptors. So let's go back. Shooting phase. Here it comes. We're going to keep those 6s though, okay? There we go. 3s. Oh, wow, only 2 hits. And only 1 wound. We're going to give him cover. Oh, and he's going to make the cover. Okay, so no wounds from the Nero disruptors. Highly unlikely, by the way. Here comes the Overwatch. 2 ups. That's 3 wounding hits. Holo suits, give 5 up invuln. 2 saves, awesome. 1 Harlequin, we'll take the closest one. He goes away, clunk. Now we'll do our charge. Now we assume they get in for the sake of argument. Double 1s, didn't make it. 6, okay, we'll call that. Remember, they can just run through terrain because of the flip belts. And they get plasma grenades too, which, by the way, can be used to attack vehicles. Okay, so initiative 7, let's do this in order. They all have Harlequin's Caress. So, in fact, hold on a second. How many attacks is that? That is 20 attacks. Troop leader with 5. Here it comes. Okay, 6s. Wound on 2 ups because of Fleshbane. Excuse me. You know what? I'm doing this wrong. It doesn't have flesh. The Harlequin's Caress doesn't have Fleshbane. It just does an automatic wound on a roll of 6 to hit. Okay, you like that? I'm doing it right. And that's it. So, but not instant death like the Harlequin's Kiss. Here it comes. Okay, so 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just the auto wounds are enough to just annihilate this critter, straight up. But let's go ahead and do the rest of our hits. Weapon skill 8 versus, hold on, I gotta get my Tyrant stats out here. Hold on, I'm coming. Yeah, weapon skill 8, I had it right. Okay, weapon skill 8 and their weapon skill 5, so they need 4 ups to hit. Let's take out all the misses. Okay, and strength 3 versus toughness 6 is 6s to wound. So I'd get 2 wounding hits. Hive Tyrant makes 2 saves. He makes both of them. But the AP2s are enough to put him down quite handily and without even a chance to strike back. Now let's do Hive Tyrant charges Harlequins. And this is probably where these guys are going to go down. But you got to understand, there's a lot of different factors that happen where the Harlequins can actually outmaneuver their opponents. And in fact, I'd say in most cases they are able to do this. All right, let's do our Twin Link Devourers. Ballistic skill is 4. So we're going to go ahead and hit on 3s with re-rolls. And by the way, that's going to give me about 10 hits. There's 9. Yep, 11 hits. Wounding on 2s. Okay, so that's 3, 3, 3, 10 wounding hits. And by the way, that's probably going to put this unit down. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 5 ups. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saves. Awesome. And that leaves me with 1 surviving member. We're going to make that. We're going to assume that's the Troupe Master, but why? Because why not? Okay, now the charge. Oh, he charges in. So does he get the charge? Because he does have difficult terrain after all. So let's do 2d6 minus 2, and we're making this an average charge of 7 inches. So he needs 9. He fails. Oh, Nero Disruptor hits. A no wound with a 1. And let's see, do monstrous creatures just go through terrain? Well, it doesn't matter. It failed in both cases there. Well, that's interesting, but let's assume that he succeeded, okay? So Troupe Master versus Hive Tyrant. Hive Tyrant at full strength. Troupe Master at initiative 7. So let's get my 5 attacks in. And by the way, this is really an uphill battle. I'm probably not going to win this one. Oh, but look at that. That's 2 automatic wounds. And that is 1 regular hit needing a 6 to wound. Doesn't wound. So Hive Tyrant coming back with 5 attacks base. Excuse me, 4 attacks base. Plus 1 for charging. And here it comes. Looking for 3s to hit. Okay, wow, only 2 hits. And looking for 2s to wound. That's it. Okay, so 1 wounding hit. That's not too unlikely. So I need a 5 up to survive, which I fail. So the Troupe Master is hideously killed. So that takes care of that. So they don't do too well against the Hive Tyrant, but the Hive Tyrant is limping away with 2 wounds on him. So they still didn't acquit themselves too badly. Oh, and I didn't do the Overwatch of the Neurofusion pistols. You know, let's try that again. Let's take it from the top. 7 inches away through terrain. I don't even know why these guys are standing here. That's kind of the meta question is, really? Does this actually happen at any point? There'd be like a unit of jet bikes here if you're doing my little jet bike trick. So, okay, let's take it from the top. Hive Tyrant shoots 12 shots, twin linked on 3s. Ooh, that's a lot of misses. That was a lot of misses. But we're just going to play it through. Lady averages will see us to the right thing. Yep, 10 hits. That's pretty much average. Okay. Okay, that was weird. Okay. Oh, I wasn't even showing you the rolls. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, we're at 12 minutes. We're looking good. All right, so here's to wound on 2 ups. It's strength 6. Okay, there you go. That's about average. And so the Harlequins need to make 2, 4, 6, 8 saves. Here it comes. Looking for 5 for holo suits, invulns. 8, and that wipes out the entire troop. Okay, let's take it from the top again. 12 shots, 3 ups, only 2 misses. Okay, they all hit. 2 ups to wound. That's 11 wounds. Flip belts, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 5s. Yep, they all die wretchedly. Okay, well, I think that pretty much conclusively proves it. They're not going to do well against shooting. So that is definitely a Harlequin weakness there. Hey, so just for fun, let's do a round of Harlequin's Kisses and see how that goes. So Harlequin's shooting phase. So we've got our Neuro Disruptor pistols. Also note that they can fly around in those Star Weavers and still shoot out of the top with these things. And quite frankly, I think the Neuro Disruptor pistols can basically just take anything down. And the Caresses can just, oh yeah, they're amazing. Okay, so here it comes. 3s. 3s to hit. 2s to wound. Okay, for Fleshbane, so 2 wounding hits, no saves. Oh, cover. No covers, so 2 wounds on the Hive Tyrant. Now let's do our charge. We assume they get in, but let's roll anyway. Ooh, that was terrible. That was a 3. A 6 still wouldn't make it against a 7. But again, for the sake of the scenario, we're moving them in. Okay, Harlequin's Kiss has, it's just a melee weapon, but has Kiss of Death. One of its attacks is a Kiss of Death attack that's rolled separately. Okay, so let's get their attacks out. So, oh wait, we didn't do Overwatch. Guy, I'm doing this like so terribly, Shawn. Why? Why are you doing this just not in the right order? Okay, Overwatch. Here it comes. Sixes. Okay, 3 hits, twin linked. 2 more, that's 5. Now to wound on 2s. 5 wounds. 5 ups to save. 1 wound, so only 2 guys get in. There we go. Did I get any wounds from the Neuro Disruptor? Yeah, I did. I got 2. That's right. I had to grab that dice. Okay, so I got, this guy's bad news. But I still think they're going to pound him for the remaining 2 wins. So here's that. Here's that for the second guy. He's the Troupe Master. Now one of those becomes the Harlequin's Kiss attack. So we'll take those 2 aside. So here's the regular attacks. Why not? Looking for 4s. And looking for 6s to wound. 1, 3 up, save. Cocked, saves. So the regular attacks really aren't going to do much. They really do need to be kitted out with these special weapons to be any good. You're not going to run Harlequins with just melee weapons. That's basically it. Okay, 4s, nothing. So yeah, pretty dismal showing from Harlequin's Kiss. Quite frankly, I think the Caress is just better overall, even though the Kiss can have instant death. But in a case like this, so few guys are surviving that withering, you know, strength 6 twin-linked Overwatch. I mean, it's just incredible. Now, if they got a Shadow Seer, but now we're getting into a whole lot of nerdy ifs here. So, oddly, the Hive Tyrant does great on the charge. He'll annihilate a unit of Harlequins just from shooting, but that's true of a lot of different types of units. And yeah, that's just absolutely brutal. Let's try this one more time with the kisses, okay? All right, shooting phase. This time I'm going to do it right. How about that? Okay, shooting phase, Neuro Disruptor pistols. Let's have it. 6 shots. 3s. And by all counts, they should just kill him with this. 2s. Okay, 3 wounds. Let's do covers, why not? Because we're being generous here. No covers. So 3 wounds from the pistols. Well, and think about it. The Hive, the Hive Tyrant is, like, his real power is to fly around and shoot stuff. And the Harlequins might kind of be the same way. I mean, if you've got 3 or 4 Star Weavers full of these guys with these Neuro Disruptor pistols, oh my gosh, you can just shoot the living heck out of stuff. And that's like some real alpha strikes. So these big critters like Demon Princes and Hive Tyrants and stuff really just aren't going to survive. Of course, if they're flying, then you need 6s to hit, and then that kind of changes the entire game there. So that, I don't even know what to say against that. Okay, now Overwatch. I'm charging the Hive Tyrant, so here comes the Hive Tyrant's Overwatch shots. Have to grab my wound dice. 6s with rerolls. 1, that was below average. Lady Averages will set things right. Yep, she sure did. With 3 hits, 2s to wound. Okay, 3 wounding hits. And Holo Suits with a 5-buff invuln. No saves. 3 guys die. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now the charge. We assumed it was 7. Let's roll. There you go. 9 easily gets in. Hive Tyrant has 3 wounds on him. Okay, this is with the Harlequin's Kiss. Now remember, the Caress can hurt vehicles too. So can the Kiss, actually. Okay, so here it comes. And it doesn't make the vehicle explode, because it only inflicts a glancing hit. So that's actually really nice. All right. Sorry, I spaced off. I was thinking about something else. So one of them is the Harlequin's Kiss attack. Let's go ahead and do those. I'm technically doing 2 initiative steps. 7 for the Troupe Master, 6 for the guy, but why not? 4s to hit, 1 hit, 2 up to wound. Okay, there it is. So that kills him outright. So you've really got to get the charge. And even then, against some of these baddies, you're probably going to limp away with only 2, 3, maybe 4 possibly surviving members. But that's still a really good exchange in a game where Alpha Strike can mean the difference between winning and losing. And if you can do it across the board with good maneuverability and able to stay out of trouble, then fantastic. Let's do that. All right, folks, that was Hive Tyrant versus Harlequin Troupe.